Welcome to the Daily Globe. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. In Southeast Asia, a seismic shift has occurred, one that promises to redefine the future of an entire nation and potentially the region itself. The Philippines has uncovered a colossal oil and natural gas reserve, a discovery valued at over $1 trillion. This is not just a windfall. It's a game changer that could alter the country's destiny for generations to come. With this find, the Philippines stands on the brink of transformation, from a nation long dependent on imported energy to one poised for unprecedented wealth, influence, and self-sufficiency. The world's eyes are now fixed on Manila, as global markets react and international headlines buzz with speculation. For decades, the country's economic growth was stifled by the burden of imported fuel and the unpredictability of global oil prices. Every spike in the market sent ripples through Filipino households and businesses, making energy security a distant dream. Now, with this vast subsea treasure, the narrative is set for a dramatic reversal. The Philippines has the chance to rewrite its story, turning vulnerability into strength and dependence into opportunity. Yet, this discovery is not without its complications. The reserves lie beneath waters marked by long-standing territorial disputes, where competing claims have fueled tension for years. The find promises to reshape regional politics and will undoubtedly test the strength of diplomatic ties across Southeast Asia and beyond. The world is watching closely to see how Manila will navigate this historic windfall. The decisions made now could set a new global standard for resource management, especially in contested and sensitive waters. But the journey from discovery to production is fraught with challenges. Technical hurdles, political complexities, and environmental concerns all loom large. Each step forward will require careful planning, innovation, and cooperation. The Philippines now faces a delicate balancing act, seizing this extraordinary economic opportunity while upholding its responsibilities to the planet and to future generations. The choices made today will echo for decades, shaping not just the nation's prosperity, but also its environmental legacy. The stakes have never been higher, and the world is waiting to see what the next chapter will bring for the Philippines. To understand the magnitude of this discovery, we must look at the Philippines' long struggle with energy dependence. For over 50 years, imported fuel has been the nation's Achilles heel, exposing it to global price shocks and draining foreign reserves. Modest domestic finds like the Malampaya gas field offered hope, but never enough to break free from import reliance. As Malampaya's reserves dwindled, the urgency for new sources grew, making this recent discovery a timely salvation. The dream of energy independence, once distant, is now within reach. Decades of searching have culminated in a find that dwarfs all previous efforts. This marks a fundamental shift, from scarcity to abundance, from vulnerability to control. The psychological impact on the nation is profound. The breakthrough came on September 28, 2025, discovered by a consortium led by the Philippine National Oil Company, Shell, and Petronas. Operating west of Palawan, the Perla de Filipinas field was confirmed after months of seismic analysis and drilling. The discovery revealed a massive, high-pressure reservoir of light sweet crude and natural gas, far exceeding expectations. President Marcos Jr. announced the find as a turning point in national history, crediting Filipino perseverance and international partnership. Shell called it one of the most significant deepwater discoveries of the century. Petronas highlighted its regional importance. The announcement underscored unity between government and industry as they prepare for the monumental task ahead. The world took notice. The Philippines had struck energy gold. The Perla de Filipinas field holds an estimated 12 billion barrels of oil and 25 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. This dwarfs the reserves of many established oil nations and is 10 times larger than the Malampaya field. Valued at over $1 trillion, the find could generate hundreds of billions in government revenue. Fast-track development could see first oil by 2032, with full production by 2035, creating tens of thousands of jobs. The discovery could make the Philippines self-sufficient in oil and gas, and even an energy exporter. Exporting surplus energy to Asia would reshape the nation's trade balance and economic future. The country's energy equation has fundamentally changed. The Philippines stands on the brink of a new era. The Perla de Filipinas discovery is set to transform the Philippines' economy and public finances. Eliminating fuel imports will strengthen the peso and stabilize the economy. Massive revenues could fund infrastructure, education, and healthcare, accelerating poverty reduction. The government plans to establish a sovereign wealth fund to ensure long-term benefits and avoid the pitfalls of the resource curse. Proper management is crucial. Transparency and diversification will be key to sustainable growth. In the short term, construction will boost employment. In the long term, energy self-sufficiency should lower costs for households and businesses. If managed wisely, this windfall could raise living standards for generations. The opportunity is immense, but so are the risks. The discovery west of Palawan sends geopolitical ripples across the South China Sea. Though within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, the field's size will attract attention from China and other regional powers. The find strengthens the Philippines' alliance with the U.S., likely leading to increased security cooperation. For ASEAN, the Philippines could become a new energy hub, reducing regional dependence on Middle Eastern oil. The government must balance assertiveness with diplomacy, framing the project as a pillar of regional stability. Transparent contracts and responsible energy supply can enhance the Philippines' diplomatic standing. The stakes are high, and deft diplomacy will be essential. The nation's role in the region is about to change. The Perla de Filipinas discovery presents an environmental dilemma as the world shifts away from fossil fuels. The Philippines, vulnerable to climate change, faces criticism from environmental groups urging strict safeguards and a pivot to renewables. The government has pledged to allocate part of the revenues to a green transition fund for renewable energy projects. The official stance uses fossil fuel wealth as a bridge to a sustainable future. Success depends on political will, legislation, and public vigilance to ensure promises are kept. The challenge is to extract resources responsibly while aggressively investing in renewables. The environmental legacy of this discovery will be defined by the choices made now. The world is watching how the Philippines balances progress and planet. Experts from across the region are weighing in on the discovery's far-reaching impact, sparking lively debate among economists, political analysts, and business leaders alike. The consensus is clear: this is a pivotal moment for the Philippines, but one that comes with significant challenges and responsibilities. Dr. Rajiv Biswas, Asia-Pacific Chief Economist at S&P Global, describes the discovery as the most important economic event in the Philippines' post-war history. He emphasizes that the potential to triple government revenues could transform the nation's fiscal landscape, enabling investments in infrastructure, education, and healthcare that were previously out of reach. However, Dr. Biswas cautions against complacency. He warns of the notorious resource curse, a phenomenon where resource-rich countries often struggle with corruption, mismanagement, and economic instability. Success, he argues, will depend on the transparent, independent management of a sovereign wealth fund, with robust oversight and clear accountability to the public. Dr. Amelia Santos, a respected regional politics analyst, highlights another layer of complexity: the diplomatic tightrope the Philippines must walk. She notes that while the country's newfound importance offers leverage on the world stage, it also risks drawing the nation into great power rivalries if not handled with care and strategic foresight. The partnership with Malaysia's Petronas is seen as a strategic move, embedding the project within an ASEAN context. This regional collaboration not only brings technical expertise, but also provides a buffer against external pressures, helping to insulate the Philippines from potential geopolitical fallout. Multilateral security arrangements, involving partners like Japan and Australia, are now being discussed as essential to safeguarding vital maritime routes. These alliances could deter external threats and ensure the safe transport of resources, reinforcing regional stability. With this new revenue stream, the Philippines is poised to modernize its military, upgrade its naval capabilities, and more effectively enforce its maritime rights. This marks a significant step toward national security and sovereignty. For the first time in its modern history, the nation has a real opportunity to shift from dependence on foreign aid to genuine self-reliance, all while building strong partnerships that foster sustainable growth and regional cooperation. Ultimately, this discovery is more than just an economic windfall. It fundamentally alters the region's security dynamics, placing the Philippines at the center of Southeast Asia's evolving geopolitical landscape. The Perla de Filipinas field marks a new era for the Philippines, one of hope, pride, and immense responsibility. This discovery is more than just a source of energy. It is a symbol of the nation's potential and the dreams of generations. As the sun rises over the horizon, it brings with it the promise of a brighter tomorrow for every Filipino, from bustling cities to quiet coastal villages. This trillion-dollar treasure offers a chance to build a more equitable, prosperous society, but only if managed wisely. It can fund new schools, hospitals, and infrastructure, lifting millions out of poverty and creating opportunities for all. The choices made today will shape the lives of future generations, making it crucial that every decision is guided by fairness and foresight. The risks of corruption, environmental harm, and geopolitical tension are real and must be addressed with integrity. Safeguarding this resource means standing firm against those who would exploit it for personal gain, protecting the environment for future generations, and navigating complex international waters with wisdom and unity. Wealth from the sea must be treated as a national trust, benefiting all Filipinos, present and future. It is a legacy to be cherished, not squandered, a gift that must be shared fairly, so that every Filipino, from the youngest child to the eldest grandparent, feels its impact. Robust, transparent institutions and a professionally managed sovereign wealth fund are essential. Only through accountability and expertise can the nation ensure that this windfall is invested wisely, protected from misuse, and grown for the benefit of all. The commitment to use this windfall for a green transition must be enshrined in law. By investing in renewable energy and sustainable development, the Philippines can secure not just economic growth, but also a cleaner, healthier environment for generations to come. The story of Perla de Filipinas will be written by the Filipino people, through vigilance, engagement, and shared purpose. Every citizen has a role to play, from holding leaders accountable to participating in community decisions, ensuring that this opportunity is not lost. The world is watching to see how this pearl of the Orient will shine. The choices made now will echo far beyond the nation's shores, inspiring others and defining the Philippines' place in history.